Forget everything you have been told about what makes love last. It's not about having the same hobbies, being your perfect physical type, or how much money you make. So why is it that some couples seem to sail through life, growing closer every year, while others, who look flawless on paper, crash and burn at the first sign of trouble? And decades of research point to one specific trait that predicts long-term happiness more than anything else. It's the invisible engine running underneath every healthy, resilient, and deeply connected partnership. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on that trait. We will break down what it is, how to spot it in a woman, and most importantly, how to build it in yourself for love that actually lasts a lifetime. And here is the best part. This isn't something you just burn with. It's a skill. And by the end of this video, you will have the tools to start strengthening it. The trait we are talking about is emotional intelligence, or EQ. You have probably heard the term, but what does it actually mean inside the relationship? Put simply, EQ is your ability to understand and manage your own emotions, while also being able to recognize and influence the emotions of your partner. It might sound simple, but it's the absolute bedrock of a strong partnership. Studies consistently show that couples with higher EQ report much greater relationship satisfaction and are far more likely to stay together. Why? Because EQ is a tool that lets two people navigate life storms as a team, not as enemies. It transforms conflict from a battle to be won into a problem to be solved together. To really get it, let's look at three parts that matter most for relationships. First up is self-awareness. This is the skill of looking inward and understanding what you are feeling and, more importantly, why you are feeling it. A man with high self-awareness doesn't just feel angry. He can dig a little deeper and realize he's feeling disrespected because his opinion was dismissed, or anxious because of a deadline at work. He knows how to separate an emotion from a person and understand that it happened not because of this person. Think about this. You get home after a nightmare of day and your partner left the shoes in the middle of the hall, something you normally wouldn't even notice. Without self-awareness, you might snap, "Are you kidding me? Why do I have to do everything around here?" Instantly, you have made her the enemy and a fight is brewing. But a partner with self-awareness hits the pause button, he feels a rush of anger, but he asks himself, "Wait, what's really going on here?" He recognizes his reaction is way out of proportion. He isn't mad about the shoes, he's completely frayed from his day. So instead of attacking, he can say, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry for my tone. I have had a brutal day and I'm totally spent. The shoes were just the last straw. I just need a minute to decompress." See the massive difference. Self-awareness takes the pin out of the grenade. It's about owning your feelings instead of blaming your partner for them. Next, we have empathy. If self-awareness is about understanding you, empathy is about genuinely trying to understand her. It's the ability to put yourself in your partner's shoes and see the world from her perspective, even if you don't agree with it. Empathy is not just a nod and "I understand." It's demonstrated. It's putting your phone down, making eye contact, and actually listening instead of just waiting for your turn to talk. It's noticing the shift in her tone of body language and sensing that something is off before she even says a word. Let's say your partner is upset because her boss stole credit for her project. A low empathy response is jumping straight to solutions. You should just go to HR, or minimizing her feelings. Don't sweet it. It's just work. These responses, even if well-intentioned, make your partner feel dismissed. An empathetic response, on the other hand, builds a bridge. It sounds like this: "Wow, that's infuriating. To have all that hard work just erased like that must feel so defeating. Tell me exactly what happened." You are not trying to fix it. You are sitting with her in that feeling. You are validating her experience, which is one of the most powerful things you can do for another person. Validation doesn't mean agreement. It just means your feelings are real and they matter to me. This builds an incredible sense of safety and trust. And third, there is self-regulation. This is a game changer. Self-regulation is the ability to manage your emotional impulses, especially the destructive ones. It's feelings that flash of anger or jealousy, but not letting it hijack the conversation. It's choosing your response instead of being a slave to your reaction. Look, all couples argue. Conflict is normal, even healthy, but it's how you argue that determines the health of your relationship. Someone with low self-esteem regulation escalates. They resort to yelling, sarcasm, or name-calling. They let their emotions flood their rational brain. Someone with high self-regulation knows how to hit the brakes. When a fight gets too hot, they have the strength to say, you know what, I am way too angry to talk about this productively. Can we please take 20 minutes to cool off and come back to this? That one moment can save a relationship from 1,000 tiny cuts. It allows you both to step away from the ledge, think clearly, and re-engage with the goal of connection, not combat. So you have self-awareness, knowing your inner world, empathy, understanding hers, and self-regulation, managing the space in between. Together they create an incredible cycle of trust, respect, and communication that can weather almost any storm. Now I know it's one thing to talk about this and another to put it into practice, especially when you are still looking for that right person. If you're serious about finding a partner, Slavic woman who has this kind of emotional intelligence, we want to help. On April 25th this month, we are hosting a special online dating event designed to connect you with like-minded individuals. Now, maybe you want more personalized approach, then I suggest you to meet on a free 15 minutes video call with me, where we'll discuss your dating strategy, the chances for success, and you can ask any other questions you have about meeting a Slavic woman for building a family. Or if you would like to see some of incredible women in our base, you can visit our website directly. All the links are for the online event, your free video call, and our website are waiting for you in this description below. And now we talk about how to spot Q and how to build it all right, so you get the concept of emotional intelligence. Let's make it practical. How you can spot it in a woman you are dating, and how do you get better in it yourself. First, let's talk about the potential partner you are meeting, potential girl. So when you are getting to know someone, look beyond her resume and hobbies. Watch how she handles emotions, hers and yours. Here are a few dead giveaways of high EQ. She gets curious, not critical. When you disagree, her first instinct isn't to tell you you're wrong. It's to ask, okay, help me to understand where you are. Or your point of view. She is genuinely curious about your perspective. She takes responsibility. When she messes up, she owns it. She can offer a real apology without a defensive but attached. Consistently shifting blame is a massive EQ red flag. She has healthy, stable friendships. Take a look at her other relationship. Having solid, long-term friendships is often a sign that she knows how to maintain emotional bonds and repair ruptures. She can set and respect boundaries. A person with a high EQ knows her own limits and she can communicate them kindly. And just as importantly, she hears and respects your boundaries without trying to guilt trip you. She notices the small things. She picks up on your moods. She remembers that little story you told her last week. And it shows she's paying attention to who you are, not just the role you play in her life. And now let's talk how to cultivate emotional intelligence in yourself. The best thing about EQ is that it's not a fixed trait, it's a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. There are 4 simple exercises you can start just today. First of all, run a daily mental debrief. To build self-awareness, take 5 minutes at the end of the day to name what you felt. But don't just write mad, get specific. Were you resentful, disappointed, insecure? Then ask yourself what triggered you. Over time, you will become an expert on your own emotional patterns. Practice active listening. The next time your partner or anyone is talking, make it your only goal to understand them. Don't plan your reply, don't formulate a counter-argument, just listen. When they are done, just try summarizing what you heard. Okay, so it sounds like you are feeling completely overwhelmed by the trip planning. Is that right? This simple act makes people feel profoundly seen and builds empathy. Master the power pose. The next time you feel a powerful negative emotion rising up, practice the pose. Just take one breath before you speak. That tiny gap is where self-regulation is born. It gives your rational brain a split second to catch up to your emotional brain. Get curious about other people. Make an active effort to understand different perspectives. Read books with characters not like you. Watch documentaries or just ask more questions in your daily life. The more you stretch your mind to see the world through other eyes, the more your capacity for empathy will grow. For so long, we have been fed a checklist theory of love. Find a woman with good job, shared interests, and nice family, and you will be happy. But both research and reality tell us a very different story. The greatest predictor of a happy relationship isn't about what you have it. It's about how you relate to each other. Emotional intelligence, the blend of self-awareness, empathy, and self-regulation, is what allows you to build a partnership that can last. It's the ability to turn forward toward each other during stress, to communicate with respect, and to choose connection even when it's hard. It's not about never fighting, it's about having the tools to find your way back to each other. And this is not for a lucky few. These are skills that any man can build. By investing in your own EQ, you are not just becoming a more self-aware person. You are becoming the kind of partner a great woman wants to be in a long-term relationship. You are giving your love the best possible chance to not just survive, but to truly thrive. Now, I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, share one time where you saw emotional intelligence. Yours or someone else. Make a real difference in a relationship. What did you learn? Your story might just be the insight another guy needs to hear today. And of course, if this video hit home, give it thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what is next. Thanks for watching. See you soon.